Ladies and gents and everyone in between, welcome to PlayerTwoFirst. You're Player 2 and we're Player 1. Welcome back everyone to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Episode 8 here on PlayerTwoFirst's channel. It's our brand new Let's Play and we are getting into the groove of it at this point. But we are being chased by the Shades of Evil, and we have to figure out what those are and what's going to happen next.
That's right.
If you recall from last time, we left off where we had lost communication with some of our party, including the commander, and need to go find them. They're not here either. Ike, pursuing them any further may be dangerous. I think it would be best if we return to Gallia for now. It's possible the commander may have followed another road into Gallia. It's something we should consider. You're right. Getting killed looking for them would waste everything they've accomplished by breaking away. I guess all we can do is trust that they're well and withdraw.
Ike, there's a fort over there. Just now, for a moment only, I thought I saw someone. Shall we investigate?
What? Really? Yes. Let's go take a look. Fort Maritain. It seems as though this place has been abandoned for a long time.
There's no one here. I could have sworn I saw a silhouette, but I guess it was a trick of the light.
Let's take a quick look around. If we don't find anything here, we'll head back to Gallia.
Very well.
Here they are! I found the Crimean mercenaries! Surround them!
Curses! Dayan troops!
Reese had a real hard time there.
Alright, choose our units? Not yet.
View your units?
So this is our introduction to a couple of different mechanics. Dan, would you like to talk about the first one that we can see pretty freely?
Yes, so as you can see, we are looking at some chests. So there will be some soldiers around the chest area, usually guarding the chests, or in other cases guarding doors into rooms with chests, and they will have chest keys. So when you kill the soldiers who are guarding the chests, you will receive the chest key and then you can open the chests. There are, however, some special units who can open chests without keys, and we will see some of those in a bit.
Very shortly.
Very shortly, indeed.
So we have, at this point, so many items that it's really hard for me to do some actual item.
There's a point where the best thing you can do is just make sure that everyone has a throwaway item. Or two, if possible.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, that Linus that he's holding is fine.
Well, no, what I mean is if someone has 4 items that you don't want to get rid of, you trade one of them for a throwaway item that someone else is holding.
Yeah. No, but we should be okay as far as item collection. He's good on chest keys. Oscar's the one I like to grab this chest key, so...
Yeah, making sure that the units who can move a lot get the chest keys is a very valuable strategy. So horses, other mounted units.
And this chapter actually is playing, I don't want to say casually, because we are playing casually, but playing it for the first time, this chapter is extremely difficult.
It is. It's a hard chapter to get the hang of.
There's a lot of units and a lot of stuff going on. And so if you're watching this playthrough and I make it look not so difficult, which I can't even guarantee I'm going to do, things go wrong in this chapter all the time. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, that doesn't look so bad, I can do that. Probably. It's not that hard. But there's certain things I am doing to make sure this chapter goes as smoothly as it possibly can. Some of them are leftover vestiges from my time playing on hard mode, so some of them are going to be excessive. But some of them are also things that are kind of important for me to do in order to make this chapter look as easy as it can. Because again, we are playing through this game in no small part for the Fire Emblem gameplay of it, but as much, if not more than that, we're playing through it for the story. And so yes, the chapters are important. Yes, I want to make sure that we show you the gameplay of it, but I also want to make sure that you get the story. Was this you or me?
It was you.
Uh-oh! Dayan soldiers here too! Now, where's that exit? What's that sound? Someone fighting?
So, here we have a green unit. If you remember last time, green units are... Did that say new talk?
Yeah,
I think it did.
it did.
That's odd, because we've had that before. But if you remember from when we saw Marsha on the ship, if you have a green unit, it means you can go up and talk to them. And sometimes they will join your team, sometimes they will, like Marsha, just kind of give you a little bit of information and then go off. So we will see what this character has for us.
This is one of the few characters in the game that will actually approach you. Wow.
So Mia...
She's not messing around.
She has a skill called Vantage, which means that every single time she's in battle, she attacks first. So as you just saw, the enemy came up to her, but she got the first attack. And because she's a boss, she got a crit. Not a literal boss. A figurative boss, because there are those.
So I've played this game many, many times, and that unit always attacks Mia because it's part of the story. Or not the story, but it's like, you can't do anything about it. I've never seen her crit.
Other phase. Oh, there she comes.
Your name wouldn't happen to be Ike, would it? It is, but who are you? I'm Mia. I'm a mercenary hired by Crimea to bolster the army's numbers. An army mercenary, huh? So, what are you doing here? I got careless and was captured. They were about to send me to a prison camp when Grell saved me. You've seen my father. Where? Just a little bit north of here, not too far away though. Really? So he's safe? Tell me, who exactly are you guys? We're the Grail mercenaries. As you can see, we're fighting against Dayan. Huh, you're taking a whole Dayan battalion with these numbers? Nice. That settles it then. Settles what? This battle. I'm coming on your side. You don't mind, do you? It's fine with me, but I don't know if you'll get paid just because I let you fight. We'll worry about the details later. Great, so that's all taken care of. What's next, boss man?
Mia is hands down one of both of our favorite characters in the whole game. She's just awesome.
Found you at last. You provided more entertainment than I thought you would. Who are you? Me? I am General Petrine, and my arrival marks your doom. Lament your fortune, dear children, for all hope is lost. You will not leave this place alive. Petrine, of the Four Riders. Do you know her, Soren? She may be one of the four generals who are King Dayan's most trusted confidants. She is said to wield a flame of... She's said to wield a flame lance of terrible arcane might. You've heard of me. Why, I'm flattered. I'll try to make this easy on all of you. Give me the princess and do it now. If I roast the girl along with you curs, I won't be able to present her head to his majesty. Sorry to tell you this, but the princess is in another castle. Ha! Princess isn't here. She's been in Gallia for quite some time now. What nonsense is that? Do you expect me to believe you? There's no way any mercenary scum like you could get past my troops.
They say that blind arrogance sows the field of its own destruction. Something tells me they were talking about you.
Who?
Smash. Big ol' smash.
There goes Ike.
Yeah.
Father!
What are you doing back here, you dumb pup?
We got the princess safely to Gallia. When you didn't rejoin us, we decided to look for you. The mission wouldn't be complete until you returned.
What am I to do with you? Still, you did well. Good work, Ike.
Ha! Ignoring me proves you've got more guts than common sense. So you're the commander, eh? And here I was waiting for some great hero. You're just another sellsword.
Am I?
Ha! You know, I think I'll keep you. His Majesty, well, let's just say he enjoys strong men. Yes, I do think you'll make a grand souvenir. You don't have to come along quietly, but I must have you alive. Dead men have no value after all.
So the rumors of Mad King Ashnard's twisted games are true, are they? Shinon, what are these twisted games the boss is talking about?
There's a rumor that King Dayan gathers strong men from around the continent and sets them to fight one another. Those who live, regardless of their birth, are given influential positions. Don't know if it's true, though.
Oh, so that weird dame's got her eye on the boss now, does she? Shinon, Gatry, I'll distract the woman. You two grab Ike and the others and get out of here now.
Got it?
But Commander, we can't leave you here on your own.
Idiot! That woman's no threat to the commander. Alright, come on, let's go.
Move it. We'll regroup in Gallia.
You'll not escape me. Not you or your little friends. You're far too tasty a treat to pass up.
You said your name was Petrine, is that right? Listen up. This place is nowhere near big enough. There's not enough room for a true contest between the two of us. I'm going elsewhere. You coming?
Do you actually think I'm going to fall for such a simple ruse?
You and I, we've got more power than the average person. We don't come across a chance like this too often. I'd like to flex my muscles without any distractions getting in the way. You?
You really do know how to sweet talk a girl, don't you? Alright, I'm coming.
Over here.
Alright, men, I'm leaving you in charge here. Don't let even a single one. Nope. Where did I even pull that from? Don't let even one of these Crimean vermin escape. Understood? I want them exterminated by the time I return.
As fast as a horse, you know. Actually, it's funny that she said I was expecting some great hero. Grail's class is hero.
We join up with Shinon and we get out of here. Come on, don't fall behind.
Huh.
Hey, folks.
Sup, Rans?
So Titania's now got people.
Sure does. You've got people.
Yeah, this is a leftover from. I don't know the hand axe. Okay. This is a leftover from the hard mode that I play, where Titania is right now. It's actually riskier on normal than it is on hard.
Really?
To put her out here. Yep.
Why?
Because hard has the same number of troops, but the AI is different. So there's a thief. Spoilers. There's a thief. He comes in like right here on turn 2 in hard mode, and if you don't put her like over here to start, she gets blocked off and can't stop him from stealing from these chests. So I do this, but the thief takes up a spot because he always moves first, and so he'll move next to her to try to get as far as he can, and then there's not as many spaces for them to attack. So it's actually less reliable on normal than it is on hard.
There you go.
That's a little strat from hard mode, and it's a leftover that I always send her that way instinctively, because the thief will still come.
Adept.
He's done it!
So you see he gets 2 attacks in a row now.
Yeah. And he got it ×2, and that was only 1, so he gets the second one now.
Yeah, the Adept counts as 1 attack.
Yep. So it's a leftover from hard mode that I put Titania over there, and it still works out because that thief does still show up, so it still makes sense to have her go that way, and she's the only one who can do that. This is one of the times in which Titania being, like, basically because Titania is who she is, she's able to get all these cool things. Not that, the other one. And also take that. Okay.
Cool. Armor Slayer.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, right. I forgot about these two.
Oh, yeah. Easy to forget them.
Unfortunately, have to use the steel bow.
It's always a shame when you just barely can't use the weaker item.
Generally try to use the weaker item before the stronger one, because the stronger one does a lot more, so like, over the course of 2 hits I'm doing 6 more damage, so that can be really useful. In this case I needed 1, so I'm technically wasting 5. You know, if you want to think about it like that, so. And of course, Shinon is now in the wrong place.
But since Shinon won't kill this sword person, there is now 1 fewer spot for him to be attacked from.
He'll be fine.
In my head, he was in the doorway, so I was like, oh, now no one else can attack. But that's not true, because he's not in the doorway.
Nope.
Nope.
Hard nope. Nopity nope nope.
Noposaurus Rex.
She nope. Oh my gosh.
Tornado.
Ike needs to stop. He might be level 13 now.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's almost all of them.
It's approaching most of them at best.
On a scale from none of them to all of them, it's most of them.
It's approaching
it's
most
some
of them. Yeah. We've reached majority.
It's more of them.
Yes. It's more of them than less.
What are we talking about?
Absolutely nothing.
And so you guys can see, as this game is going to progress, that the enemy turns get really long. Our turns get longer as we get more units. And so, one thing we are going to start doing... Do we do this now, or am I not talking about it yet? Is it time?
I don't know what you're saying.
So there is one thing. I'll show it off this turn, and then I'll put it back just so you guys can understand what's going to happen. So there's an animation queue, and what you can do is turn that off. And by so doing, what's going to happen is I am going to be able to attack a unit, and it won't go into that whole panel. It'll just do it right here. So it'll be much faster, and we'll be using that later on in the game to make these chapters a little bit quicker without, wasting gameplay time or making it feel like we're not playing the game at a reasonable speed, because that is a mechanic within the game. He's only level 11, so we're good. I don't know where I got 13 from. Oscar. Okay, Oscar.
Crit.
You could. I don't think you can. I don't remember seeing it if there was one. I generally don't pay a ton of attention to crits on my own side.
Yeah.
Like, if they happen, great. If they don't, I'm not usually relying on them.
Good miss, though. Or... Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. 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 Yes.
Poke.
Mia. Getting real friendly with my pop filter.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing right there. Like, going on a date with it right there.
Just getting well acquainted.
It is new. Pop filters are new.
Oh, yeah. Quite new.
Don't shove, Boyd.
So comfortable.
Is it? Is even, like, you're mostly off camera, too.
No, my whole face is on. It's at least marginally comfortable.
Okay. I trust you. Hey.
Hey. Come here often.
Why can't I attack through these things? That's so frustrating.
Right? They're holes.
Who can I attack? Oh, that guy.
Oh. Duh.
That's part of how I play this chapter. Because Titania gets plenty of experience in the chapter.
Yeah.
I usually do that before I move Titania so I can put her in the doorway there, but I forget. It's fine. You can step out here.
Yeah, and then everyone can come attack you. Burba-dur-ba-dur.
Gatry gets real strong real fast.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Quite much.
Very much. The most much. Not the most much. More much.
Almost
more
the
much
most
than
much.
less much.
Almost the most much. The one whose band is the same as Gatry's is the most much. But Gatry is almost the most much.
I forget who has which bands. That's your job.
Well,
to keep track of
bands
it.
modeled after their class. The one whose band has the same effect as Gatry's band, as Gatry's class's band, is
You're
the
trying
most
to be
much.
subtle-ish, but I feel like anyone who's dedicated enough can look this up. You look it up. Like, that's how we found out the information.
We've had enough people after all the clues be like, I still don't know.
Yeah,
That I
it's
don't
true,
think they're
it's
gonna
true.
look it up.
That's true.
That's not a challenge, by the way. I'm not saying, haha, they're not gonna know. Like, I think you're coming along with us for the ride, and that's cool. I dig that.
It's a let's play, so we're playing it together.
We're playing it. Let's.
So much let's.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, Ike. Chill. Trill out.
Wow.
Saying an inside joke on a camera for other people to hear doesn't work so well.
No.
Aha!
Aha!
You're doing a good job of, like, leaving them with very little,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. Meanwhile,
Yeah. Starting with very little.
ending with a whole lot less.
Boom bam.
Bing bong.
Chim cham, flim flam.
I've got you doing it now. So, Dan,
Robert.
this is the 9th Fire Emblem game.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about your experiences with Fire Emblem as a series?
Sure. So, the first time I ever played Fire Emblem, I had gone over to Robert's house, and he was in the middle of playing Fire Emblem 10, which is the sequel to this game, and I was like, oh, that looks boring as hell. It's like a video game, except still a board game. Like, why not just play a board game? And he was like, no, you don't understand. This is like the greatest game. And I was like, yeah,
Oh, honey.
So, not long after, and by that I mean like a few seconds later, he had me playing that game. So we get a few chapters in, and I'm like, what's going on? What is this? And a lot of that was game mechanics. As you know, there are some complicated things that go into this game, but also some of it was like stuff that I would have known had I played this game, story-wise. And so he was like, all right, I'm gonna stop you right there. We're gonna go back and play Path of Radiance, and then we'll go through both of them together, and then you'll know what's going on now. And so I was like, okay, cool, that sounds like a plan, good. And so we did that, and I fell in love with the game.
I fell in love
with the game. And so, oh, thieves. So, thieves are the fastest class.
I believe so.
And also the weakest for the weapon they use.
Extremely high skill and speed.
Yes, and extremely low strength.
And also knives are weird.
Knives are weird. But anyway. Oh yeah, and unique to, or I don't know about unique specifically to this game, but one thing in this game that most of the games don't do is
that magic,
a thief.
though.
Yeah, a thief can only use knives in this game, whereas in many other Fire Emblem games they can use swords. So after I played this game and the sequel to this game, I was in love. I played them both a bunch more times and whatever, and there were a number of times when he'd be like, now I'm gonna get you to play some of the Game Boy ones. And I was like, uh-huh. And I didn't. And I didn't for a long time. And I didn't for a longer time. And then eventually, Shadow Dragon came out for the DS. So I played that. Well, I started to play that. Didn't like it. Started to play it again. Still didn't like it. And then I was like, you know what? I really should just play it. Like, I gotta give it a chance. And I played all the way through it. And I didn't like it. But that's Shadow Dragon.
Yeah, it's not a great one.
So then Awakening came out, and I still haven't played the Game Boy ones at this point. So Awakening comes out, and I start to play it, and then college just explodes. And so I got to a point where I could play it again. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start over, because like I've forgotten already where I am. So I'm gonna start over. And so I started over and I'm playing it and I'm super into it, by the way. I just, life and all that. Woo. So I'm playing it, and life happens again. Just about the same spot, actually, in the game. I think I'm just cursed. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this down for a while again. I need to do the life thing. And so then, eventually, a third time, after college was over, I was sitting in my apartment. This was before we lived together, and I was like, I'm gonna play Awakening. So I pick it up, and I'm going through, and yeah, I get to about the same spot again, not quite as far this time, and again, life happened, and that's where I am now. So I still have not played through Awakening. I've played through this game and the FE10 a bazillion times. I've played through Shadow Dragon once, which was a waste of time, and I've played through like 10 chapters of Awakening 3 times. And that's my Fire Emblem education. Still have not played Sacred Stones, which arguably is the best one.
I've heard really good things about Thracia 776, which is a Japanese-only game.
Right.
Which I've never played. So I've actually played a lot of Fire Emblem. It may not surprise people to find out. Well, I mean, I hadn't been doing the series before, but now that I am doing the series, my username for my own personal channel is Goldoa Dragon, and you heard them say earlier that the Dragon Clan tribe lives in the nation of Goldoa. This is where that comes from, this exact game, in fact. And
many people see his username and they're like, oh, gold something something, so he's gold to many of his viewers. But for those who know, you know. And now you know!
The more you know. Yeah, so it comes from this game, and this, my start in Fire Emblem actually started with a friend of mine.
Michaela?
No. In fact, this one starts even earlier. This one starts in middle school with a friend of mine named Jason.
Oh!
He said, have you ever heard of this game, Fire Emblem?
That makes a lot of sense.
Fire Emblem. It was just called Fire Emblem. And I was like, no. And he's like, here, I have this Game Boy game, this cartridge. I'm gonna give it to you, and then you can play this game. And I was like, okay. So it's a Game Boy Advance cartridge. Why can't I like do this in my head? Yeah, that's where he's standing. Okay. So I take this game and I start playing it, and this is Blazing Sword. This is the first game that ever came out in America. And I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing of all time. And he's like, I know, right? So now, naturally, I'm playing it, and he's like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? I want it back, give it back. And I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. So naturally, I had finished the game like 3 times. And so I played it like 3 times. That's like still one of my favorite games of all time. And after that, I played...
Soren, get on Reese's level.
After that, I played through Path of Radiance. That's when Michaela was like, oh, you've heard of this series, like, how about this one? And I was like, okay, I liked the first one that I tried, so I'll give this one a chance. And lo and behold, it became one of my favorite games of all time. And I've put literal hundreds, if not thousands of hours into this individual title. And you can take a hit, right? We determined that?
Yeah, okay. 2 in fact.
And so, after I played Path of Radiance, I started playing Radiant Dawn. That's when Dan showed up. And so then I went back to start that again with him. He played Path of Radiance while I finished Radiant Dawn. Then he played Radiant Dawn while I watched, which was super fun. And honestly, Fire Emblem, I think, strengthened our friendship in a lot of ways. I think Fire Emblem is a series that the two of us have had just so many good times with, and so much experience with, that it's hard to deny the impact it's had on who we are today. And so I think we would still be friends if Fire Emblem didn't exist? Yes. I don't think it's like that kind of game, but as this channel, as this series, and as things go on, we'll continue to talk about other Fire Emblem games. We may try to grab footage from some other games to show you guys what other games are like, and potentially as the channel continues, we may play something blind, like what's considered to be the best Fire Emblem game of all time, which is Thracia 776, which is Fire Emblem 5, I want to say, and is not released in America. So there's fan dubs of the text, but there's not like an actual official one in America with an English release.
You wretches, you're not worthy of General Patrine's attention. I will roast your bones and present them to her as a trophy.
So he has an L-Fire tome. Would you like to discuss L-Fire?
So, if you think about the weapons that we've seen so far, such as Iron Lance and Steel Lance, Iron Sword, Steel Sword, etc., L-Fire is the steel version of fire. So you have fire magic, or Soren has wind magic. There's L-Wind, L-Fire, and the magic that we have not discussed yet because we haven't seen, Thunder, L-Thunder, or of the anima magic. The 3 with the magic weapon triangle. You've got Thunder, Wind, and Fire, L-Thunder, L-Wind, and L-Fire. There are also, beyond that, I think, does it go right to Arc?
Yeah, Arc is the next one, and
Arc
then
Fire,
and then there's
Arc
an
Wind.
independent name for each one, for the highest level.
Yes. All I remember is Thunder is Thoron, which is sweet.
Fire is Bolganon. It reminds me
I don't know.
It reminds me of the chocolate.
Like, I want it to be baloney, but it's not at all.
No, it's not baloney.
No, like you can't use the linguistic patterns to even make it similar to anything like that. It's just like I think it's probably Bolganon or something.
It's like Toblerone.
Yeah. Thoron, Bolganon, Tornado. Wind is tornado.
Yeah.
And then, I guess, if you will, similar to how there are hand axes and javelins.
The resistance.
A
He's joined the resistance.
similar to how you have mage band.
Okay. I got nervous that he had an extra thing.
Similar to how you have like javelins and hand axes, you will also have longer range magic as well. So like fire has meteor and wind has blizzard and thunder has something.
It's a thunder.
Lightning, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
lightning, but
we'll get there. We'll see them. They're pretty cool.
Bolt? Something?
Bolt. Yeah, maybe.
It might just be bolt.
Might just be bolt.
I have to find my father. Where did he go? I thought there was more to that, so I like said it as if there was gonna be more. There wasn't more. Titania's just watching. Like leaves the entire party behind, just like, oh, I found them.
Yeah.
Titania! Is my father?
Don't worry. Commander Grail is the better fighter. He'll be fine.
Dog's breath, who are you, man? You look like a common sellsword, but you fight like a demon.
What's wrong? Ready to surrender?
And admit defeat? Me? Don't be absurd.
Here they are! Over here!
Blast. Enemy reinforcements. Father, let's get out of here. There are too many.
Looks like I've got no choice. Also, you can tell that Robert and I have tremendous respect for the nameless, faceless people.
Oh, General Petrino, oh my God.
So now the tide has turned, hasn't it? All troops, attack! Kill them all!
Looks like our luck's ran out.
Father,
You have to survive this, Ike. I'm not going to lose you, not in this place. Are you ready?
yes, Commander. You've nowhere to run. Curse whatever gods you hold, for they have abandoned you. There's one religion, everyone follows it. What was that?
Beast! Gallian base soldiers!
Run! We're gonna be turned to shreds! Stand your ground, all of you! Don't panic! I will personally slaughter the first man to turn his back on the enemy.
Whoa!
Worthless cowards, one and all! Beasts! Attention, Dayan soldiers! Leave this place at once! If you do not comply immediately, you will face Gallia's full strength. Threaten me all you like. It's not going to frighten me off. If I leave, His Majesty will have me executed. I'd rather die here in battle with my honor intact.
Withdraw, General Petrine.
The Black Knight?
As for your king, you have nothing to fear. I'll explain things to him. Take your men and go.
All troops, fall back! He's staring at you, isn't he, Father?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, you planning on taking us all on by yourself? Father?
Father! Brother!
Missed.
Master Grail, my Lord Ike, I am pleased you are well.
Princess Valencia, why did you return here? Well, the princess came and requested Gallian aid for your mercenary company. That's what brings us here. Are you one of Gallia's subhumans? Subhuman? Ha! What arrogance it takes to coin such a name! You think yourselves the only ones worthy of the name human, and so we Lagoos must be beneath you? And thus you call us subhuman. We are less than human to you. Is that it? I'm sorry. I don't know any other name for you. If I've offended you, I apologize. What should I call you, Lagoos? Would that be more appropriate? Huh. You show manners. How odd. I like that. Now, you are... who exactly? My name is Ike. Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. I'm Ranulph. a warrior of Gallia. We did not know what to think when the group of Bjork came tramping through Gallian fields. Imagine our surprise to learn that one of them is Princess Alincia. Now, that was a shock. 2 days ago, Dain proclaimed their conquest. We thought Crimean's royals had all been killed. Conquest? They've laid claim to Crimea? So that means Crimea must be...
I also heard this news from my Lord Ranulf. After I fled the capital, my Lord Uncle Renning, I am all alone.
Princess Alincia. This is why our king ordered extra patrols along the nation's border. It wasn't mere chance that brought my warriors here to offer you support. I see. First of all, I must present Princess Alincia to the king. As for the rest of your men, Ike, I must get my orders from my superiors. Until then, you may rest in an old castle inside Gallia. Sorry, but I cannot bring so large a group of foreigners to the palace without warning. I understand. Commander, that's not going to be a problem, is it? Commander?
What was that?
What's wrong? You're not paying attention. It's not like you.
I was thinking about something. So, what's been decided?
Princess Alincia is going on to the palace with Ranulf. We're going into Gallia and setting up a camp at an old castle. Which way to this castle, Ranulf? I shall prepare a guide to take you. One of you. Quickly.
No, don't go to the trouble. If it's nearby, we cross the river on the border and head west. It's Giebel Castle, right? You go ahead. Get the princess to King Cangus as fast as you can.
Understood. What thoughtful guests you are. If you'll excuse me. Oh, and if it's not overly presumptuous, I'll have food delivered to you later.
We'd appreciate it. The road has been hard, and we had little time to pack more than salted meat and hard biscuits.
Well, then we shall provide. Princess Alincia, shall we leave?
Farewell, everyone. Until later. I will see you soon, won't I?
Take care. He is so fit.
Who?
Ranulf.
Yeah.
Father.
Ike? What are you doing still awake?
I couldn't sleep, so I was lying there staring outside, and I saw you leave the castle. Where are you going at this hour?
It's nothing to do with you, boy. Go back inside and get to sleep.
Will you stop treating me like a child? I'll do as I please, got it?
You always were a stubborn pup. What say we take a walk and chat a bit?
Yeah. They take a walk.
And they chat a bit.
And they chat a bit.
Tell me, Ike. Are you getting used to the ins and outs of the mercenary life? The way we approach combat?
I'm definitely a better fighter, but I don't understand. Why would you put a recruit like me in charge?
What is it with all the complaining? You have a problem with authority?
Just give me a straight answer. I've only just started. I'm barely able to handle my own duties around here. I shouldn't be in charge of anyone.
You can learn it all at once. It'll all fall into place as soon as you start to get some experience.
It's just strange is all. A while ago you would never have said or done anything like this. Is something wrong, Father? Why are you in such a rush?
Ike, do you remember anything at all about your mother?
I'm just gonna let the music play for a second. We haven't mentioned it, but the music in this game is the soundtrack of this game is possibly the best part of it. And that's saying something over a story like this and characters like these, that the music might be the best part. But this is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game, and it comes in this moment, which you'll see is it's a really interesting moment in this game. What? Where did that come from?
Just answer the question.
Let's see. She was kind, I think. I don't really remember. And you've never said much about her either.
Is that so?
Father, what is it?
We're done. Leave me and go back to the castle.
What? Just like that?
You heard me. That's a direct order. Return to the castle immediately.
Fine.
are you?
Stay back!
Here, use this blade.
What are you doing?
I've been waiting for this for a long time. I would prefer it if you use your proper weapon, so that I might see you at your full strength. General Gawain, Iron of Dain.
That was my name. Once. But I threw it away. The only weapon I need is right here.
Do you want to die?
Your voice. I remember you. Think you can defeat me? The man who taught you how to fight? What a fool. Come on, boy. Come try me.
Is that all there is? No challenge? No resistance?
Father! Don't